Friends, subscribers, family, to the YouTube channel, Adventuring with the S.G.O.C.C. So we're doing a little exploring. This is our big video series on the Boneyard adjacent to Davis-Monthan Airfield in Tucson, Arizona. What we just discovered, originally I thought was an SR-71 Blackbird. It's not. What it is, though, is a spy plane. We're pretty sure it's an X-1. It's all recoded. It's got the taping over parts of it. So this is classified as a T-1000 category, a plane that can be returned to service. If you look in the distance before we get going, you can see a number of aircraft stretching to the southwest that I can't see the end of it. This is a huge area of aircraft. As we go along, you'll see a bunch of transport aircraft. Coming up, you'll see fields of Navy aircraft. So it's not just Air Force aircraft here at this facility. Remember, we're at the 309th AMARG, and there is just thousands of aircraft here, preserved in make-ready status or as parts. So these are all propeller-driven. These are all part of the C-130s. This plane here has an interesting tail section on it, in that there's that big panel ahead of the tail. I don't know what specifically that piece is called that sticks straight up. I know the tail is that whole section, but so when I was doing some research on this, it's the commander at the time, pre-COVID, stated that there was $34 to $35 billion of aircraft stored at this facility over the 2,600 acres. That's a lot. So you can see these are all, this is the propeller driven section, obviously. No jet aircraft, but all of these are painted in Navy colors. I think we're going to make a change here. There's a demarcation zone of emptiness, and then we're going to go back into U.S. Air Force stuff. But if you look in the distance, you can see there's a lot of transport aircraft here, but you can see paint markings for U.S. Coast Guard, Navy, United States Air Force, whole lot of different planes. So, brother, if you could slow down when we get to the gap here, a little bit more, right there. So you can see a Coast Guard aircraft with a tall tail that has vertical and horizontal, but it has great big jet motors on each side. That, I think, is a transport aircraft that can land in the water as well as land.
That would make sense.
That's why it has extra engines, extra motors, extra power. So as I said in the other video, this facility is built on this hard earth. It's alkali heavy, but it's like concrete. So they don't have to pour tens of thousands of yards of concrete to store these aircraft. Far in the distance, you can see fighter jets. So it's not just transport aircraft, it's every kind of aircraft. Somewhere out here, and I wish they still did tours, there are B-52 Stratofortresses. This one is interesting. The landing gear is gone. Part of the opening rear is gone. Sections around the motors are gone. So this one, I think, would be designated as a Type 4000. They're gutting it, using it for parts, and that will be the end of it.
And if anybody can figure out what kind of jet, fighter jet that is way out there that I'm kind of getting, they're really tiny out there. I've got Mac zoom on. Let us know if anybody knows about any of these planes. Let us know.
Yeah, because the three of us, I mean, we know they're aircraft, but the designation or nomenclature associated, we are not familiar with. Like I said at the end of the other video, I am just, like many people, I'm absolutely fascinated by military aircraft, military stuff. I think it's just fantastic. Take a right. Boy, I really, really wish they had tours out here still. Because
can we drive down there?
I'm gonna see what I can do as soon as I can get off this current path.
Tours with a docent who knows what they're talking about and the subject matter would be infinitely better for us because they do know a lot more. They are more familiar. So we're on a little side road here adjacent to a power facility that's going to get us a little better view into the field of storage instead of just being at the edge of a housing track road.
Bear?
Did you see a bear?
Is that a bear? Cassie, is that a bear?
That's a running...
We're not supporting that phenomenon, okay? Okay, we're not
phenomenon. Phenomenon. I just think that's funny, that whole song thing about that. So here's some portable generators. A small one that's, you'd put on the back of you could even put that on the back of a side-by-side.
I want that
but
great generator.
That great big generator, that's what they start these with. That's what they test the engines with, because that thing has enough power to power a 5-story building. I have seen those used on job sites before. They are absolutely amazing.
Are you sure though?
I'm not certain I want to go down that particular one, but we'll see what we can do here. See what I got for road before I start getting into.
Oh yeah, we're good. So Tim's right. Those may not be fighter jets off in the distance. They're white. I don't know what they are.
On my right, underneath the wing of that C-130, that looks like some type of fighter jet. Here, stop for a second.
Sure.
Right there. Underneath that C-130. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe somebody in the comments can let us know.
So here's a question. So here we have a number of C-130s. They're, I believe that star and the stripes are Air Force, but up on top of the tail is the Rock. They're all different tail numbers.
A couple of them.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see 5 that say the Rock.
I wonder if that's their assignment.
Maybe a squadron?
Could be a squadron. It could be their site assignment. So if they have a special site they're associated with, they'd say that. I don't know.
So you can really get a feel.
What is AETC?
I don't know. That's probably the command, the higher echelon command. But I don't know.
American, European,
transcontinental something or other. Command. The C's probably a command.
Taco cafeteria.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you can really get a feel for how big these planes are. We're still probably 100 feet away.
Yep.
And they are every bit as big as they look in the distance.
Oh, you could definitely drive a van through it.
Yeah, no, a van like this would fit inside one of those.
Oh, easy peasy.
Not easy peasy, but it would fit in.
Well, easier than an M1 Neighbor's tank.
I would love to see a gunship.
Well, these, if I recall, C-130s will fit a Humvee. They won't fit a tank. C5s or C-17s are designed to actually house a tank. So, but still, they have the flat cargo capacity to be able to airdrop these are large enough to airdrop a Humvee out of the back.
And it looks like they're all tied down with some type of wire.
They have 72 tie downs for the C5As and less for the C-130s, but they're all tied down because in the monsoon season you get high winds, and aircraft are, by their nature of existence, airfoils. So when high winds come up, they want to go places they're not supposed to, so they have to tie them down.
So they like to float on their own?
They'll float, they'll flip, they'll do stuff.
Yeah, they'll do lots of damaging things.
All right, let's pause it here.
Okay, so there's a couple of turnouts along this road.
For a second.